Hey guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bridget Adazie and I film about book reviews and I discuss interesting topics that I feel will be useful to us as young adults and as individuals. Topics that would, open our mind and help us navigate through life, and I also share my experiences too. So if this is the first time you are seeing this face, please don't make it your last by clicking on the subscribe button and turning on your post notification bell so you get notified each time I post a new video. So without further ado, today we'll be talking about how to overcome depression. First off, I want us to demystify the myths that we have in this part of the world, especially in Africa and in Nigeria, about depression. If you tell your African parents, or if you tell your Nigerian mom that you are depressed, the first thing that comes to mind is, hey, my daughter is having a spiritual attack, or they will start looking for one church to take you to for deliverance. Please and please, depression is absolutely one of those emotions that we go through at some point in time or the other in our lives, and it's absolutely normal. So what is important is how you manage it. It has nothing to do with you having a spiritual attack or you being an ogbanje or demon or something. No, it's absolutely none of that. It is an emotion just like every other emotions, but this time around an emotion that requires assistance from the people around you for you to come out of. So the first thing to note for someone that is having depression is the first key to even coming out of depression is knowing in the first place that you are depressed. And depression could be different things to different people. For some persons, they might be looking all good, life is rosy, everything is fine, they are doing very well, and at the end of the day they are depressed. You might not know that deep within them they are not happy. And for some persons, they'll be looking all gloomy, they'll be looking sad, they don't have appetite to eat, they skip meals, they don't just feel elated being around people or something. So different people could be depressed in different ways. So knowing that you are depressed in the first place is the first step to combating or coming out of depression. Let me even share my experience with you guys. At some point in time in my life, I made plans. I told myself at 23 I'm going to be done with higher institution, I'm going to get a great job because I'll come out with good grades and nothing is going to stop me from getting a very good high paying job. And at 25 I should be married. At 30 I should be done with having kids, and I have my life all planned up, what I really want to be and what I want to be doing with my life. I have it all planned up. One very important thing that I feel strongly that makes people to be depressed is because of the fact that they make plans for things to happen in our lives. We don't plan for the unforeseen circumstances. We don't plan for failure, because even when you've successfully dot your I's and cross all your T's, there are some situations, there are some circumstances that are really beyond you that could make things not work out in your favor. So we don't plan for unforeseen circumstances. We don't plan for failure, and this is a major reason why most times people fall into depression. So like I was sharing about my experience, so I was able to beat my goal of coming out with good grades just so to give me a fighting chance, a better chance of getting a very good job. I met that goal. I met the goal of graduating at a very young age. At 23 I was done with a higher institution. What nobody told me was aside what you learn in school, there are other factors, there are other skills, there are other life skills that you need to have if you want to get a good job, if you want to navigate the job market. I wasn't taught that in school, and as such I just went through school, came out with good grades, and was expecting everything, jobs, to even fall at my feet. So at the end of the day, after NYSC, I spent like 11 months. Imagine, just 11 months at home. I was already feeling like the whole world is on my neck. You get? So it wasn't really easy for me at that point. I felt so bad about, you know, things not working in my favor, because I mean, best graduating student, things should really be happening for me, but when it wasn't forthcoming, I was depressed at that point in time. It took my brother, my elder brother, shout out to him. He was the one who, you know, at that phase of my life, he was really there. He helped me navigate that phase. He gave me some books that I read that, you know, opened my mind to other possibilities and other non-conventional ways of, you know, making it in life. He gave me books, autobiographies of some great people that I read that really, you know, brought me out of that situation. And one very important, you know, program that I attended that was very, very key to helping me come out, getting a good job, because majorly that was the reason why I was depressed. I was at home, I was idle, so the whole world was seeming like it was on my head. So that was it. So he gave me books that I read, and I also attended Career Kickstart by Poise Graduate Finishing Academy in somewhere in Lekki. So after that program, you know, he helped me come out of that phase. You know, I became more equipped with the right skills for the job market. In fact, in the course of that program, before that program finished, I got my first job after school. So being depressed is one of those phases in life that we go through. How you navigate it is what really, really matters. I just shared my experience on how I was able to come out of it, but for different persons, they have different methods that they could use to come out of it. For some persons, exercise and dieting could be very, very resourceful, could be of tremendous help to combating this emotional challenge that individuals go through. Research has shown that the quality of our food intake and depression, they are related. Making conscious effort to take foods that are rich in omega H3 and fatty acid, and basically a lot of fruits and vegetables will be very, very useful in managing depression, because they essentially gives the brain the right form of nutrients to, you know, function. So that's one aspect. Another thing that I feel is very, very useful when combating situations like this is surrounding yourself with people with positive mindset. I mean, this part cannot be overemphasized. It is so very important. See, let me just make this clear. You're not a bad person if you are setting standards for yourself. If you tell yourself that this person is not good for my mental health, this person, the way this person is behaving is not helpful, it doesn't make the person a bad person, and it doesn't make you a bad person as well. If you feel like somebody is not giving you the right energy, do yourself the honors by blocking that person. That block button in your phone is actually meant to be used. So if you feel like somebody is not giving you the right form of energy, because there are some persons that, I won't even lie to you, they are out there to drain you. They are out there to, you know, stress your brain. And if you are going through depression, you need help yourself. You are not make excuses for people. If you feel like this person is not, you know, giving you the right energy that you need, move on. You are not a bad person. The person is not a bad person as well. You are just trying to maintain a positive energy. So as much as you want to do, you want to surround yourself with people with positive energy. Another very important factor that could help you come out of depression is keeping a gratitude journal. One of the major things that, you know, makes us fall into depression in the first place is that feeling of discontentment, that feeling of I have not achieved my goals, that feeling of I have not achieved the kind of success I want. When we set goals for ourselves and we don't meet it, we feel like we have failed. But that's not, that in itself is what could lead us to depression. But if we keep a gratitude journal, if we are thankful for even the littlest things, if we start seeing our cup as half full instead of half empty, I think we will be a lot more pleased with ourselves, we'll be a lot more happier. So keeping a gratitude journal will help us start seeing things in a positive light, even when the overall pictures is not achieved yet, even when we have not achieved all we want to achieve yet. We'll start appreciating the little things, and that could give us that grateful spirit, that hopefulness of, okay, things could get better, even if we're not there yet, but we're seeing little progress. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I know you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. You get my point now. All right, yeah, so that's what I'm basically trying to say. So the next thing that could help you come out of depression is finding something you really love, doing something you really love, or learning a new skill that could help you come out of depression. And another thing is sleeping well. I mean, it's not all work. When you have good sleep, when you sleep well and wake up the next morning, you'll be refreshed, you'll be elated, you'll be ready for the day's activities, you'll feel rejuvenated. That's what I'm trying to say basically. So you need good sleep to help you become healthier generally and be happy. The last but not the least very important point I would like to mention before the end of this video is when you align yourself with God, when you have a very good relationship with God. See, I would like to say this. It is true, I said that depression is not spiritual attack. It is not your village people trying to chase you. Yes, but man is a spiritual being. We connect ourselves to either God, our Father Almighty, for those who are Christians, or to Allah for those who are Muslims, or to any form of deity, depending on what you worship. Man is a spiritual being, and we believe in the spiritual controlling the physical. So if you connect yourself with your God, there's this sense of miracle, there's this sense of hope that brings, that even when I know things are not working out the way I want them to, I am hopeful that there's a God somewhere watching over me that can take charge of my present situation. So my point is, we need to have a strong spiritual relationship with our God. For me personally, I'm a Christian and I have a relationship with God, and I know that God watches over me. He knows and sees all things, and He has my back always. So knowing fully well that I have a God that really cares so much about me, I am always hopeful. Even when things are not working out the way I want them to, I am always hopeful, and I always make our time to build this strong relationship, to meditate about my life. Meditation also helps me to put myself at peace and communicate with my spirit being, communicate with God, my maker. So these are some of the factors that I think that could be very, very helpful, especially for us as individuals, if we're dealing with any form of if we're dealing with depression. So that is it for this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you've been depressed before, if you are currently battling depression, if you have helped somebody come out of their depression, feel free to comment down below. Leave a comment on the comment section what you did to come out of this situation, because we're here to learn from each other. I would share my knowledge with you, and you reciprocate that gesture by sharing your own wealth of knowledge with me. So you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in my next one. Enjoy the rest of the day. Bye bye.